Okay, so we'll start the transmission gate logic. Okay, so I said already that in some cases if you use transmission gate logic or pass transistor logic. Okay, so even if in a small number of transistors you can implement that circuit efficiently. Okay, so that's why I will study this. And another important thing is if you use as a switch, so either you can switch, you can use as NMOS, either NMOS or PMOS you can use for a switch. Suppose you want to pass something, okay, so you can it will act as a switch. When this, suppose this is NMOS, it will give VDD, then this transistor will be on. So whatever is signal you will give at input, you get it here. Okay, so that will act as a switch. Similarly for PMOS, B in, okay, B out. So even if you will give 0 or low voltage, 0 voltage, so it is also act as a switch. Okay, so in that case, whatever input you will give, that will pass to it. It depends upon the voltage. If for NMOS, if this voltage is more than this output voltage, then it will act as a drain, and if this voltage is more than, then it will act as a drain. Okay, so drain and source can be interchanged. Okay, and similarly in PMOS also, which node will be more voltage, that is source, and which node will be less voltage, that is drain. Okay, so in this it will act as a bidirectional switch. Okay, either in this direction or in this direction. Okay. So anyone, either PMOS or NMOS, we can use as a switch. Already you know these things. So transistor in digital case, transistor is mainly either it will work as a cutoff in saturation or mostly you will use as a switch. Okay. So but thing is, if you use either NMOS or PMOS, any one of this if you use, so it will act as a switch, but this will not a good switch. Okay, suppose in NMOS, so its characteristics is it will pass strong 0. Okay, that means if you want to pass a 0 low voltage, then it will pass strongly. Then for PMOS, it will pass 1 strongly. So that's why already we have discussed that PUN. So in combinational circuit, that PUN, pull up network or pull down network. So why we are using NMOS in pull down network and PMOS in pull up network. Okay, because one will pass to output here and 0 will pass to here. Okay, to output. So if this NMOS will be in the pull down network, then it will pass strong 0 and PMOS pass strong 1. Okay, that's why we are generally using this PMOS as a pull up network and NMOS as a pull down network. Okay, so that thing already we covered very briefly. So in this lecture we'll discuss in detail. Okay, so this is your transmission logic. So one NMOS and one PMOS and one NMOS will connected as in parallel, and it will act as a switch. Okay, when this C will be 1. Okay, C will be 1. So both transistor will be on. See, this is NMOS. If C 1 and C bar will be 0, so this will be on and this will be on. So both will be on at a time. So that whatever signal is there, it will pass to here. That means it is a switch. Okay, so it is a switch. So when C is equal to 1, so this will close. That means whatever in signal is here, it will pass to here. Okay, and when both will C is equal to 0, when C is equal to 0, when C is equal to 1, okay, so it will act as a switch, and switch is closed. Okay, so V in is V out. Okay, it will act as a switch, it will pass whatever the input, it will go to the output. But when C is equal to 0, see, you can see both will off. Here NMOS will off. Okay, because for to conduct the NMOS, you have to give a high voltage. But when you will give the 0 voltage, C is equal to 0, so this will be off. Similarly, it's C bar. That means it is 1 now. So this will be off. So both will be off. Okay, both NMOS is equal to off, PMOS is equal to off. Okay, so off means there is no path from input to output. There is purely a open switch. Okay, this is input, this is output. So there is no. So in this case, so it will act as a good switch. So here act as a also good switch in open condition, it's closed condition. Okay, so got this point. So now this is the symbol. In both symbol you can interchangeably use. Either this symbol you can use or this symbol you can use. So mostly in most of the cases this symbol is used. Okay, so you can use this symbol for transmission. Okay, so this top one, this is for PMOS and this is for NMOS. Okay, it indicates, the bubble indicates that top side in the PMOS and this is bottom side in the NMOS. Okay, and here if you will connect to, you can see, so the current flowing, the ID, and here IDSP, here IDSN. So both current will flow in this direction. Finally, the ID is equal to nothing but IDSP plus IDSN. Okay, so now we will discuss, means by changing this voltage. Suppose you are giving VDD either 0 or VDD, that's V input. Okay, when you are giving V in, so either you can give 0 voltage or V in, you can give VDD. Means that will pass to this side, output side. Either you want to pass low or high. Okay, so if you will pass this, then there is actually capacitor, load capacitor, because it's output, load capacitance, because other circuits are used here. Okay, so there is a capacitance CL, suppose. So this will charge or discharge. If it is VDD, if input is VDD, then switch is closed, then this will charge. So this will charge means this voltage will change. Okay, this voltage initially suppose it was 0, now it will charge. So it will change, it will increase. So if this will increase, then what will be the condition? Means what is the region of operation in both transistors? Okay, so initially it is in one operation mode. So once this voltage will be changed, then its operation will be changed. The NMOS operation and PMOS operation will be changed. So once the operation will be changed, then the current equation also changes. Okay, and also the resistance of this transistor and this transistor will change, because the resistance depends upon the region of operation. Okay, the mode, in which mode it is operating. For saturation case, some resistance will come. So cut-off case, it's infinite resistance. Linear case, some other resistance. So finally, this resistance and this resistance in parallel. Okay, so that thing we will discuss in very detail. So now, so this is, that's why I said, so 3 operation regions will come for this transmission gate. Okay, so from 0 voltage to some voltage, it is in region 1, then Vx to VDD minus VTN, that is another region, then VDD minus VTN to VDD, means that is the output voltage. So initially suppose this is output voltage was 0, now gradually it will increase when capacitor will charge. So here one capacitor is there. So when this capacitor will charge or output node will charge, this voltage will change. 0, then it will increase to Vx, then VDD minus VTN, then VDD. So in this region, in this, during this operation, what is the transition, what is the transistor region of operation? So that is basically in 3 regions, it will operate in 3 regions. Okay, so in that 3 region, so the NMOS and PMOS condition will be written here. So these things we will discuss. Okay, Very. So till now, you have any doubt, or we will discuss this, the basic part. If you are clear, then we will go to next.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, one point you were saying that if we use only NMOS or PMOS, and now we are using both NMOS and PMOS, so advantage of this over using only NMOS and PMOS.
What is the advantage?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that will see in very detail. Okay. So advantage is one line I can say. There are two advantages. First advantage is if you use single so if you use single MOSFET, either NMOS or PMOS, the first advantage, first disadvantage is so body effect. Body effect is not negligible. So body effect will come. Okay. So body effect will come means it will again deviate the performance. Second thing is this is common for both NMOS or PMOS switch. But second for PMOS, suppose NMOS it is. So it will pass. It will not pass strong VDD. Okay, that means if you will give input as VDD, then you will not get outputs VDD. Okay, that means somewhat less than VDD. Okay, similarly for PMOS, it will not pass strong 0. Okay, so in this case it will pass up to VDD minus VTN, some less voltage than VDD. Okay, but in this case, in PMOS case, it will pass VTP. Okay, up to VTP it will pass. You cannot reach 0. If you will give 0 into input, output you cannot get 0. Okay, you will get VTP, some positive voltage. Okay, that is VTP, positive voltage you will get. Okay, it will not reach 0. Here it will not reach also VDD. It will be less than that VDD, VDD minus VTN. So this first disadvantage is common for both. Okay, second it is for NMOS, third for PMOS. Okay, so these are the disadvantages if you use single MOSFET. Clear? Okay, and also another thing, if you use a switch, any one MOSFET, using any one MOSFET, so you can see if you model as a resistor, you can see it's a single resistor. Okay, but if you use two MOSFETs in parallel, okay, so now you can see here one resistor, here one resistor, so both will be parallel. Then the overall equivalent resistance will be what?
Less.
Less or not?
Yes.
Okay, but here the resistance is high. Okay, obviously in the path the resistance is high. That means it's disadvantage. But here the resistance will be less. Okay, so that's why it's advantages. Okay, so ultimately, so due to this property, okay, so mostly in the transmission gate is used for as a switch due to this property, the parallel combination of R. So finally, we will get less resistance. Okay. So everyone understood this point?
Yes, sir.
Walker?
Yes, sir.
Samyaranjan?
Yes, sir.
Susri Swapnanjali Sweetie? Everyone understood this point? So if you understood, yeah. You want to ask anything or you understood? Okay. So I think everyone understood. So we'll go to next. We will discuss in detail. Whatever I have discussed briefly, that we will discuss in detail. Okay. So now you can understood very easily this part. Should not be problem. Okay. So now come to this thing. This thing you know. Just I'll give a refresh for you. So so this is your NMOS device. So think about this is NMOS. For NMOS device, the source will be connected to source and bulb will connected to most negative potential. Yes or no? For NMOS,
Yes, Yes, sir. sir.
always that source will connect to most negative potential. So see, you can see source and bulb are connected. So here there is no body effect because VSB is equal to 0. You can see source and body is connected. So there is no change of threshold voltage. Here the threshold voltage is that same. But here you can see here source is here and body is always, you know, for NMOS body is always connected to ground. Okay. Body is nothing but that substrate, P substrate. For NMOS, the substrate is P. So you have to remember physically this thing. No need to remember some symbol or by heart. So for NMOS, you know, so this is N plus, this is N plus. So this is oxide, this is gate, this is source, this is drain. So this is your body. So this is P substrate. Okay. So for NMOS, by default, this is nothing but your body. So by default, it is connected to ground. Okay. So always you have to connect this body to ground. So that's why, so this part is connected to ground. Okay. But this is not ground. This is suppose in some positive voltage. Okay. That means there is a VSB difference. If it is in positive voltage, it is zeros. For example, it is 1 voltage. So now the VSB is equal to 1 volt. Okay. So your VTP, sorry, VTN here is equal to that VT0 plus gamma. So phi T plus VSB minus phi T. So this is your new threshold voltage. But here in this case you can see that this part VSP is equal to 0. That means completely this part will be 0. But here in this case this part is not 0. Some finite value will come. So that will add to this voltage. Okay. So here when VSP is equal to positive, that means VTN increases. Okay. This thing you know. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Similarly, for PMOS, you can see for PMOS, by default, the body is by default connected to VDD because here, suppose if I will change to its PMOS, then this will be P plus, this will be P plus, and this is your NOL. Okay, that is not N substrate. You can say NOL, and this is inside a P substrate. Okay. So this is NOL and this is connected to VDD for PMOS. Okay. So this is NOL and this is connected to VDD. So that's why the body is by default connected to VDD. So here body and source is connected to VDD. Okay. That means there is no source to bulk voltage. Okay. This is 0 voltage. So that's why the VT not changed. It's same. But here you can see this point is VDD. So this voltage, okay, this voltage is some less voltage because it's not connected to directly VDD. It is some less voltage. Then VSB, okay, that mod I am taking because it's negative direction. So VSB is equal to something positive voltage. That mod, okay. So if this is there, then VTP, okay, VTP will increases. Okay. So this thing you know or not? If you don't know, then please raise your hand. So everyone thorough about these points? When BSP will, yes, okay. Because this is required in transmission gate analysis. That's why everyone knows. Okay. So I am assuming you know all these things. Okay. So you know this is the equation. If BSP is not equal to 0, BSP is positive, then you will get this. So now we will discuss slowly one by one for that region of operations in that transmission gate. So we'll start from a single MOSFET. You can see here V in is high and NMOS switch closed. Here you can see first this is your NMOS and we said NMOS is closed. So NMOS is closed means switch is closed. So please understand thoroughly because everywhere they will ask these things, transmission gate. Okay, and also I know means most of the people they don't know what is the transmission gate, but they only know that the two parallel transistors are connected. But you need to know the operations. Okay, so then you will be confident. Okay, so see in first case this is V in is equal to high. V in is equal to high. Okay, and V in is equal to high is equal to VDD, and V out is equal to initial it was 0 at T is equal to 0. At T is equal to 0 means starting of the circuit V out is equal to 0 and V in is equal to high VDD. So we want to pass this VDD from input to output. Yes or no? So you want to pass this V in means this VDD to V out. Okay. So there is a capacitor, output capacitor CL. So this means it will charge or discharge, depends upon this voltage. If it increasing means that means if voltage will increase, that it will charge. If it is decrease, that means it is discharge. Okay. This is the thing. And now another thing, this is I said it's closed. Closed means suppose this is a switch. So this is closed. That means this is on. Okay. When NMOS will be on? When NMOS will be on?
When the gate
When VG is equal to VDD, high voltage. Yes or no?
Yes,
If we
sir.
give high voltage to that gate, then it will on. Okay. So this is the thing. So remember, V in is equal to high. That means you are giving a high voltage at the input. So you are trying to get that high voltage at the output. Okay. This is a switch. So closed switch means you have to give VG is equal to VDD. Okay. Now this is a CL. This will charge. So this is the thing. So for single NMOS analysis, you can. Now here you can see I have written here VG is equal to this VG is equal to VDD. So it is mentioned. VS is equal to again here in this statement I have given. So depends upon this voltage. So this can be source. This is symmetrical device. So this can be source or drain. This can be source or drain. But how will choose which one is source and which one is drain? Can you say anybody? Suppose this is a MOSFET. So this is symmetrical device. So this may be source or drain. This is also source or drain. So how we'll say this is source or drain or this is source or drain?
Lower potential is source.
Sir, higher potential is drain and lower
Potential is
source.
source.
Yeah, very nice. For NMOS, the higher potential node is your drain. Okay, because already we have discussed in your, okay, this is your drain. So we are always giving that drain voltage. Okay, VDS. Okay, this is source is ground. Yes or no? So for NMOS, the node containing a higher potential, that is your drain, and lower potential, that is source. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So these are the very simple things, but you have to remember these things. Otherwise, sometimes you will confuse. Okay. So this way you have to remember. Higher potential for NMOS is always drain, lower potential is source. Similarly for PMOS, in PMOS, so this is suppose source, this is drain. So this should be in higher or lower?
Lower.
Higher.
The higher.
Higher.
Yeah, Walker, why it is lower?
I have not said Khadagra
Okay,
answer.
Khadak hai. Why it is lower?
Actually, I have not seen that source.
Huh?
So actually, I have not seen the source and drain marking. I just said the drain should be.
Okay, now you understood. Means
Yes, sir. Yes.
for PMOS, the source will be always higher potential. Okay, and drain is lower potential, because in PUN network, that pull-up network, always said the PMOS is connected in the top. That means it is connected to VDD. That is source. So remember, for PMOS, source is higher potential, drain is lower potential. For NMOS, drain is higher potential, okay, and source is lower potential. Okay, so this is another thing you have to remember. Okay, so now come to this point. Now see, here we are giving initially VDD, V in is equal to VDD. Okay, so V out is equal to, initially it is 0. That means where will this one is drain or this one will be drain?
So we left is drain.
Okay, so now V in is VDD, that means it is high potential. So that's why this node will be drain. Okay, this node will be drain and this node will be source. Clear? And this is gate, and Vg is equal to VDD. Okay, so now come to this point. So Vg is equal to VDD we have given. Then Vs is equal to Vs. This is your source. Vs. So Vs is equal to V out is equal to 0. We define here V out is equal to 0 at T is equal to 0. Okay. Then Vd is equal to drain voltage. That is input. V in is equal to VDD. And V in greater than V out. So V in, though it is VDD, it is 0. So V in is greater than V out. Clear? These things clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in one configuration, if you will be clear, the next configuration it will take a little time to discuss. So that's why I'm giving more time here. So please understand these things. Okay. Now you can see VDS, drain to source. What is the voltage? At initial condition, I'm saying when V out at T is equal to 0. So VDS is equal to this V in minus V out, that is VDD. This VDS. So you can say VDS is equal to VDD and VGS also VDD. Okay. So this is VDD minus V out, because V out is equal to 0. So whether VDS or VGS, all will be VDD. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now you can see this VGS. Now we know that when you will calculate, so whether it's a saturation or cutoff or linear, for that case you have to calculate what? So VGS will compare VGS minus VT greater than VDS or less than VDS. So now you can see, so VGS is equal to VDD. So VGS minus VT, definitely less than VDD or not? So VGS is equal to VDD.
Yes, sir.
So VGS minus VT less than VDD. Okay, so you can see that. So here VDS also VDD. So that means VDS is greater than VGS minus VT, because it is VDD, it is VDD. So this part will be more or not? This VDS part.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now,
So
yes, yes, yes.
and what's the track after VGS minus VT?
VGS minus VT. This is the means equations to check whether it's a saturation or cutoff or linear. So you have to always check VGS minus VT. Okay, VGS minus VT, whether it is greater than VDS or less than VDS or less than VT. So this is the over voltage. So VGS minus VT always you have to calculate.
So no, actually I couldn't understand when up to VDS equals to VDD, like how it.
Yeah, you can say VDS is equal to what is VDD minus 0, that is VDD. Okay, clear, this point clear. Then VGS is equal to VDD minus 0,
Minus 0.
that is
Which
also
equals
VDD.
to VDD.
Okay,
So
so
VGS equals.
VGS minus VT is nothing but VDD minus VT.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Sir.
Now you can see VDS is equal to VDD and VGS minus VT is equal to VDD minus VT. So now you can say VGS minus VT less than VDS.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So now this equation fits for which region? For a transistor, if this is the equation, then we can say this is operating in which region?
Saturation.
Yes, this is in saturation. Okay, so if this is in saturation, the current flowing in this direction, ID, will be mu n Cx by 2 W by Ln VGS minus VT n square. Yes or no? So now you understood. This is the current equation. Okay.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Bas. So once the current will flow, so it in saturation region, current will flow. So current will go where? So it will charge capacitor. Yes or no? So current is flowing in this direction. It will charge capacitor. So initially capacitor was discharged, means 0 voltage was there. Okay, I said it's 0 voltage initially. So now capacitor will charge through this current. So once capacitor will charge, this voltage V out will increase.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So V out will increase when it will increase. So at some point, so this point voltage V out will be VDD minus VTN. Suppose, for example, suppose you are taking VDD is equal to 5 voltage. Okay, by numeric value you can understand easily. And VTN is equal to 0.5 voltage. Okay, so till now whatever discussed, whatever things we have discussed in the lab, that is VTN is equal to 0.5 voltage and VDD is equal to 5 voltage. Yes or no? Okay, so now this will charge this node, this V out node will charge from 0, then it will come to 0.5, 1, 2, 3, 4. So once it will come to that VDD minus VTN means 4.5 voltage. So definitely it will charge towards VDD means sometime it will come 4.5 voltage. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Because you are giving VDD means you are is equal to 5 voltage here. So this will pass. That means it will take some time to come this 5 voltage to here. But during that time capacitor will charge. So when capacitor will charge, this voltage will increase. So this voltage will increase at some point. So it will come to 4.5 voltage. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So now you can tell if this voltage will be more than 4.5 voltage, what will happen? So this is your first question in your first assignment, all project students. This was your first question in first assignment. Remember, in the month of April or May or March, month of April, I think, if you are present. So Shatabdi Prath is already there. So no other guys. So Prachita Shatabdi, you can remember this question.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now you can say, if this will be more than 5 volt, 4.5 voltage, what will happen? So this is your source. Again, I am giving the hint. This is the source.
So
This
it
is
will,
5.
it will be changed.
The source cannot be that
Also-
higher voltage.
Huh?
Sir, VGS is now 0.5.
Okay, 1 minute. Prachita and Shatabdi, hold. Anyone, sorry, Swapnanjali and Sweetie, Soumya, so anyone can answer this? First of all, you understood. This will charge. This will charge. Yes or no? Hey, come on, guys.
Yes, sir.
If you're not interactive, then I will know that you are understanding.
Yes, sir, it will charge, sir.
Okay, I am asking to. Okay, Susri. Hello.
Charge.
So it will charge. So sometime this voltage will come to 4.5 voltage. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So finally it will come to VDD.
5 voltage.
So finally this capacitor will charge. So finally this voltage will come to VDD, means 5 voltage.
5 voltage.
Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
So you are saying this will charge to 5 voltage.
No,
And
sir.
finally,
Actually,
so okay, finally this voltage will be your V out will be. So Susri saying finally V out will be 5 voltage. So Swapnanjali, what you are saying? So this will be 5 voltage or Sweetie?
so it won't go to 5 voltage.
So you are Sweetie.
No, sir. I'm
Swapnan-
Susri.
Susri. So it will not go to 5 voltage.
No, sir. It will not reach to 5 voltage.
Why? Why? Okay.
Sir, why? Sir, I don't know exactly, but then you said that because of
No,
because of the source and drain thing. So
No, no, if it will not go to 5 voltage, then why and which voltage it will stable? So you
it will
should,
reach till 4.5, like because we have this V out is equals to VDD minus VTN, which is so it will reach till 4.5.
no, that give, that is like that. So here the clear numbers are with you, that VDD is equal to 5 voltage, VTN is equal to 0.5 voltage. Okay, and the condition is this is a transistor in saturation, NMOS in saturation. Okay, that means there is a current is flowing, ID is there, ID flowing. That means ID flowing means there is only path, the capacitor will charge, CL will charge. That means V out charge means Q is V is equal to C by Q is V is equal to Q by C. Okay, if charge increases, then voltage will increases. V out will increase. This is the things. Got this point? Everything I have mentioned.
Yes, sir.
VDD 5 voltage, VTN 0.5 voltage, NMOS in saturation, ID is flowing, CL is charging, V out increasing. So this V out will increase up to which voltage? My question. And this is source node. This is drain node. This is gate node. So if you give the answer of this,
So
yes.
so
Yeah.
it won't reach to 5 voltage.
Why?
Because in saturation region, we have said that drain should be less than the potential. It's lesser
No,
than
less
the
means okay.
source.
So it will not 5 voltage, but 4.99, 4.99 possible.
Yes, sir, it is possible.
Okay,
But not
4.99 is possible. Then 4.999999 also possible. Yes.
I'm getting confused, sir.
No, you should not confuse. That's a saying. So okay, I'll give the answer, but um, I want to check like. Okay, so anyone. So next, who will be the next? So if you'll give the answer, then definitely you'll clear interview. Okay. Who?
Also because,
Vikas. Okay.
sir, it will go up to 4.5 volt.
Okay. Thanks, Vikas. Stop here. Okay. So then anyone? Akanksha? You are smart. You can say.
4.5 volt.
Why?
Not the exact reason, but
Okay.
the depending on the VDD minus VTM. I think.
No.
That on the notes only. If you look at the notes, you will get the answer.
Yes. Okay. Chitra? Soumya?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Soumya, can you give the answer?
I don't know actually.
Why you don't know? Means you are means you are unable to analyze the or
Sir, when the source will be 4.5, if we will increase the voltage of the capacitor, then the VGS will be VGS is VDD minus V out. So VDS is 5 and V out will, if we will increase, then it will less than 0.5 voltage.
Okay, then what happened?
So then the MOSFET will go in the cutoff region, I think.
Yeah, exactly. You know, very nice answer. But why are you not saying same? Okay, so what? Yeah, Vikas also. Thanks, Vikas. You also know that thing. I know, so that's why I stopped. So
Actually, I was confused.
yeah, what Soumya said, that is absolutely correct answer. Okay, so what he said, your so this is your source node, this is your gate node, this is VDD. Okay, this is source. Now this is capacitor is charging. Okay, that means V out is going high. So when this will be at 0.45 voltage, so what happened? VGS. So this is G, this is S. VGS is equal to 5 minus 0.45, 4.5. That is 0.5. Okay. So this is your threshold voltage of the transistor. So if you will increase this voltage again, what happened? VDD minus, suppose let's 4.6. Then this is 0.4 voltage. That means this is VGS, you are less than VT. Yes or no? This VGS is less than VT. So that time transistor will be on or off?
Off.
Tough, sir.
Cut off. So if cutoff is there, then is there any current will flow? So this is off. So the switch is off completely. So there is no closed path. Okay. So no current flow. No current flow means no charge. Okay. Capacitor will not charge, because if the current will flow, then it will charge. If current will not flow, then how it will charge? So everyone understood this point or not? So Sri, Samya.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So when this voltage will increases from that 4.5 voltage, then the VGS will less than VT. That means it will off. No current will flow. Okay. So that means it will not charge again. So it will stop at 4.5 voltage. Okay. It will never charge. So it will stop at 4.5 voltage. Got the point? So everyone understood or not? So this is very basic question. Anywhere, anyone can ask this type of question. Okay. Whether it is in TI, Texas Instrument interview, they are asking these simple questions. Okay, they will not ask big question. They will ask very simple question. If you will convince them, then definitely they will have it. Okay, these are the very simple questions. Okay, so this will, once it will reach at 0.45 voltage, that this difference is VT, that is 0.5 voltage. So after that, it will not conduct any current, no charge. So that's why it will stop at 4.5 voltage. So now come to this point. What I discussed previously, the two disadvantages of the single MOSFET switch. The first one is, this is NMOS, so it will not pass strong 1. It will not pass strong high, okay, or 1. So why? Because in input we have given VDD, output what we are getting? VDD minus VTN. Yes or no? VTN is 0.5 voltage, is 4.5 voltage. Suppose it is 5 voltage, you are getting 4.5. So is this strong VDD? Strong high?
No.
Got the point? So if you are giving 5 voltage at the input, if you use this switch, NMOS switch, we will get 4.5 voltage. Okay, that is the first disadvantage in single switch. And the second disadvantage, see, initially this voltage was 0. Okay, so initially this voltage was 0. Clearly I have mentioned, at t is equal to 0, V out is equal to 0. Okay, so 0 means, that is, you can say it's ground voltage, and your body, you can see the body is ground. Okay, so Vs is equal to ground, Vb is equal to ground initially at the starting of this operation. So Vsb initially is equal to 0. There is no body effect initially, but gradually when it will charge, means V out will increase, then VSB will, what will happen? Increase or decrease or no change?
Yes.
Come on guys, increasing?
Yes, sir, increasing.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so increasing. VSB increasing means your threshold voltage, what happen?
Increases.
Okay, now got the point. When single MOSFET you will use as a switch, suppose it's NMOS, you want to pass a high, then what happen? Your first disadvantage, you will not get a strong VDD, strong high. Second disadvantage, when the capacitor will charge, during that process, the transfer means passing, means input to output. During that process, means capacitor charging process, your threshold voltage also increase. because this voltage increasing, your body effect increasing, threshold voltage also this is not constant. Okay, body effect impact come to the picture. So exactly I have discussed these 2 points previously. Yes or not? That Prachi asked that question.
Yes, sir.
Got these 2 disadvantages if you use single MOSFET?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll move to next. Okay. So here you can see. So what I discussed. So NMOS will cut off when V0 or V out greater than VDD minus VTN. Okay, that is, for example, it's 0.4. So from the above discussion, 2 problems will arise. VTN increases with increase in source voltage. Okay, that means body effect will come to the picture. VTN increases with increase in source voltage. Okay. Second problem, NMOS stops conducting when V out greater than VDD minus VTN. Okay, so you can say it's 5 volt equals 4. So here at 4.5 voltage it will stop conducting. So hence the high V out less than VDD. What I said, 4.5 voltage is less than 5 voltage. So V out less than VDD. So this lowers VOH can pose noise margin problems if CMOS stages follow. So definitely if this is the thing, then if the CMOS stages will connect after that, then noise margin problem will be there. Okay, because it's VOH not VDD. It is for less than VDD, that is VDD minus VTN. Clear? What is the disadvantage?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now we'll go fast for other cases. So if you understood that thing, you can go. So now come to this point. Here we want to pass VDD to output, but here we want to pass 0 to output, means load to output. So again, initially I said NMOS will work better for strong 0. So it will work better for passing strong 0, but it will face difficulty passing strong 1. So now we'll pass strong 0. Okay, V in is equal to low and NMOS switch is closed. Now you can see here this is low, means initially it is low, V in is 0, and initially this point voltage, output voltage. So again I will write this. So guys, please understand very clearly because this is very, very important. So initially V in is equal to 0, and it is 0 we are giving because all time it is 0 because we want to pass 0 to the output, and V out is equal to VDD at T is equal to 0, means initially V out is equal to VDD, and VG closed switch closed means your VG is equal to VDD. Clear these 3 points?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now CL initially fully charged. Okay, that is in VDD. So now this will conduct, means this will on. So on means there is a path. This is high voltage, this is low voltage. You can say it is source and this is drain. Yes or no? This is high voltage, this is low voltage. Source drain gate. Now capacitor will discharge through this transistor because it's on. Okay, so drain to source it will discharge. So you can see here. So your VD is equal to VDD, VS is equal to 0, VG is equal to VDD. Okay, so now you can calculate VGS. VGS is equal to always VDD. Okay, then VDS is equal to, it depends upon V out minus 0, that is V out. Okay, so now initially it is VDD. Okay, now you can say VGS minus VT. VGS minus VT means it's less than VDD. Okay, again less than VDS. Yes or no? VGS minus VT. This is VDD minus VT. Then less than VDS means VDS means VDD. VDS is VDD. VDS is equal to VDD. Again, it is saturation. Okay. Saturation means current will flow. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Current will flow means this voltage, this capacitor will discharge. That means this point, the voltage will be down.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
So this voltage will be down. So what will happen? So you can say this voltage, this VGS, this is always VDD. Okay, but it will change because when this voltage will, we are giving 0, it is here. We are giving 0. That means it's always VDD. Okay, so remember there is no cut-off condition will come because VGS always VDD.
Sir, when the voltage will rise in the source voltage, then it can be changed, no, sir. VGS.
Source voltage will not rise. This voltage will decrease. This voltage you are giving, this is 0. So V in you are giving 0. Okay, that is constant. So you want to pass this voltage to this side, output side. Getting or not? So V in is equal to 0 you are giving.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and this voltage V drain, this drain voltage, it will decrease from VDD. Okay, that means this V in passing here, that means it will decrease, finally it will be 0. That means we can say at final stage we get V in at this point. Okay, whatever giving at V in, that voltage we will get here. Okay, so this is constant. V in is constant always 0. That VD decreasing. Okay, from nominal value means from VDD. So now you can say, so VGS always VDD because VG is equal to VDD. VG minus VS is equal to, that is always VDD. So that means there will be no cut-off condition will come throughout the process. Clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now initially we calculated this is this is saturation. So initially it is saturation. So what happened when this voltage will decrease?
Linear.
So this voltage decrease means your VDS will decrease. But you know that VGS minus VT, that is fixed. Because VGS is fixed, VT also fixed. Okay. So this point voltage is VGS minus VT, that is always fixed. But this VDS is decreasing. So one time will come when VGS minus VT will increase from VDS.
Yes, sir.
Because this is decreasing.
Yes,
So
sir.
one time will come, then this part will decrease from this point. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. For example, you can say your VGS is equal to suppose 5 voltage and VTN is equal to 0.5 voltage. Okay. So when this voltage, this output voltage, when output voltage will be less than 0.5, 4.5 voltage. Okay, that means it will come to that linear or not, because we know VGS minus VT greater than VDS means it is linear. Transistor is linear. Okay. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So
Yes.
that will, yes. So that will be linear, and whatever with the output voltage, so it will stay in that region because it will never cut off. So it's two conditions will come, either saturation or linear, because no cutoff will come because always it is VDD. this voltage difference, VGS difference is always VDD. So there is no cutoff condition will come. So up to some time, up to from that output 5 to 4.5 voltage, this will act as a saturation. So once this voltage, output voltage will be less than 4.5 voltage, then it will come to that linear region. Okay. So in that linear region, it will stay. Okay. Now thing is, we have to that linear saturation cutoff. Our business is whether current is flowing or not. Okay, whether it's linear or saturation or cutoff. So what is the current condition, whether it's flowing or not. So in saturation, current is flowing. Also in linear, current is flowing. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Because in linear also you can write the current equation. ID is equal to mu1 Cx W by L VGS minus VT into VDS minus VDS square by 2. So this is the equation. So anyway, current is there, path is there. So current is flowing. Current is flowing means this will discharge. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So, please unmute your. So when I will say, please give the response so that I can easily understand. So this will discharge. So up to what point it will discharge? This is the question now. So it will discharge, but up to what point it will discharge?
sir, up to the vein voltage, that is up to when it gets the vein voltage equals to 0 volts.
Okay, okay, Satabdi. So anyone, up to what point it will discharge? Up to what voltage? Hey, come on, guys. So no one will discuss in this level. Actually, the most simplified way I am discussing these things. If you will not give the answer, then I'll say means we are not following this thing. Susri, again I am asking up to what voltage it will discharge? The capacitor will discharge up to what voltage?
Started from 0.
Huh?
No, it will discharge.
Yeah, final voltage will be but 0. Are you sure, or you are just saying? Satabdi said you are saying.
No, not because Shatabdi said I guessed this.
Again, I am saying you are guessing. That means you are not sure. Means you have not understood.
No, I have understood. So
no, you have not understood. Why I say you should give the answer confidently, because there is nothing. So current is flowing. I said this will never that cutoff condition will come. That means current always flowing. Current always flowing means the capacitor will always discharge. So up to what point it will discharge? So that is my question.
0, because always is flowing, so it will come to 0.
Yeah, that is the confident answer. That's what I'm saying. So don't say I'm guessing, I'm not confident. So there is no rocket science here. One capacitor and the charge, the node is discharging. So up to what point? Up to 0 voltage it will discharge. Okay, because the V in is equal to 0. So it will not discharge negative voltage. It will discharge up to that V is equal to 0. Okay. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So you should give the answer in confident way. You should don't say that I am guessing, because again, so if you give this answer, then the interviewer will think that you don't know, you just giving some sorting answer.
I'll take care of this.
Okay, so please go deeply in this. So now what Susri said, it is going to 0 voltage. Okay, because current is always, current will flow. There is no cutoff condition will come. It will stay in that linear, but current will flow. So when it will be 0, there is no current flow. That time it will stop. So here the conclusion is, in NMOS, when you will give a 0 at the input, at the output we will get 0. Okay, so in previous case we have given VDD, but we are getting VDD minus VTN. But here when NMOS, when Vin is equal to 0, NMOS passes 0. Okay, that means we can say NMOS passes strong 0. That means we are giving 0 voltage, we are getting also 0 voltage. Okay, at final stage we are getting 0 voltage because it is completely discharged. Okay, and again another advantage in this condition, there is no body effect. You can see this is your source, this is your body, and this is always connected to 0. This is also 0. So there is no body effect. VSB is equal to 0. So no body effect. So threshold voltage will constant. Okay. So again, so for same NMOS switch, if you will pass 0, then it is good. So NMOS, that's why I said for PDN, pull down network, always connected NMOSes. So for good 0, it is better. Means this configuration is okay. Okay, for high voltage passing, this is not good. Okay, so this is the conclusion. For NMOS, if you use only NMOS, so it will work better for 0 passing and worst for 1 passing. Okay, so this is the conclusion for single switch. Okay, clear now?
Yes, sir.
What is the advantage? What is the disadvantage?
Yes, sir.
So you can see, so capacitor CL discharging, so eventually VDS is equal to V out less than VTN and discharging continuously with NMOS in linear. Okay, since the VGS always exceeds VTON, CL will fully discharge to V out is equal to 0 voltage. Since VSB is 0, there is no body effect. So these 2 points important. Very, very simple thing, but very powerful information. Okay, everyone will ask these things. Okay, if you will say I know transmission gate, definitely they will ask this question. Okay, so the conclusion is NMOS passes strong 0 or strong low. Okay, this is the conclusion. Similarly, come to the PMOS. So PMOS is exactly opposite to that NMOS. So it will pass a strong 1 and passes weak 0. Okay, so PMOS, similarly PMOS passes strong 1, means strong VDD, and PMOS also passes weak 0 or weak ground. Okay, so now this is the thing. So I'll so you will discuss these things or I'll discuss for you. So means you will read this thing or I'll discuss these things. This is the same way you can.
So we will
Okay.
read.
And yeah, just I'm briefly saying, so you can exactly same thing. So here you can see, okay, I'll say for one thing I'll say then. So you can see here I said that V in is equal to 0. For first case you can say This is V in is equal to 0, means low voltage, and V out is equal to VDD at T is equal to 0. Okay, and the body is connected to VDD. You know, for PMOS, always the body is connected to VDD. Okay, it's by default. And it is closed switch. Closed means that gate voltage is equal to 0. Okay, so gate for PMOS. So for PMOS, VG will be 0. That means it is closed. Okay, that means suppose this is a switch, so this will be closed if VG is equal to 0 voltage. Okay, this is input, this output. Okay, so here we want to pass 0 to output. Okay, similarly you can see VG is equal to 0, so VG is equal to 0, Vs is equal to, you can say for PMOS the highest potential will be source, lower potential will be drain. So here this side initially it is VDD, the output side, so that's why you can say it's source, this is your source, this is your drain. Okay, so here Vs is equal to your VDD. Okay, and Vd is equal to 0. Now you can calculate VSG. I remember this thing. So how you are doing, I don't know, but always if you follow this method, then it will be very easy for calculation. That means you are calculating for NMOS VGS, but here if you do VSG, then it will be same as that NMOS. Okay, and VSD also. Don't take VGS, then it's a negative thing. So you can do in this way, VSG. So you can calculate here VSG is equal to VDD, VSD is equal to VDD also. Okay, so now VSG minus VTP. You can keep it small because this is negative voltage. Okay, so VSG minus VTP is less than VSD, because you know this is VDD minus VTP, less than VDD. Okay, clear? This is, so don't confuse. If you are confusing, just means clear here. Okay, so VSG or VGS, VSD or VDS, in which manner you are using or checking that whether it's saturation or cutoff or linear. So this is the very convenient method. So check what is that VSG, then VSG minus VTP. So here VSG minus VTP is less than VSD. That means it is in saturation. So everyone convinced this thing or not? I'm asking to all.
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sure? Okay. So if you are okay with this, then please always use this type of convention. Okay, VSG, VSD. Okay. So now this is saturation. So its saturation means current is flowing. Okay, ideal flow. So ideal flow means this is V out is equal to VDD, and current will flow in this direction. Okay, so it will discharge. Okay, so this voltage will discharge. So now you can say this is VSG. So this is it's 0 voltage. V in initially 0 voltage. So this is your source. Okay, so VSG is equal to, suppose this is initially it was 5 voltage, so it is 0 voltage. So VSG is equal to 5 voltage initially. Now this voltage will decrease when it will, suppose your VTP is equal to minus 0.5 voltage, or VTP mod is equal to 0.5 voltage. Okay, so when it will come again 4.5 voltage, it will decrease. So when it will be 4.5 voltage, then the difference VSG is equal to, no, when it will come to 0.5 voltage, it will discharge. So it will continuously discharge when it will come to 0.5 voltage, this voltage. So what happened? VSG. What is the VSG voltage? When it will be 0.5 voltage, 5 to 0.5 voltage. What is? VSG is equal to 0.5 voltage. Okay. So after that, it will not decrease. If it will decrease, then
4.5 now. VSG equal to
Sir, 4.5.
0.5.
No, 4.5, not 4. This is 0 voltage. So initially this voltage difference VSG is equal to 5 voltage. Okay, I am saying when this will be 0.5 voltage. So if it will be 4.5 voltage, what will happen? So VSG will be 4.5 minus 0. That is 4.5 voltage. That is in some mode, but still current will flow. That is not off. So I am saying when it will be off, when it will be 0.5.
Very less than 0.5.
When V out will be 0.5 voltage, then means difference will be, what is?
0.5.
Difference will be 0.5.
0.5.
So again, if you will decrease this voltage, means less than 0.5. So what happened? Difference will be less than 0.5, means less than VTP.
Cutoff region.
So cutoff will happen. So that is the limiting condition. So in this MOSFET, if you will analyze, then when this will be come to that less than 0.5, then transistor will be off. There is no current flow. That means it will not charge to 0. It will stay at 0.5 voltage. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So again, think. So this will discharge. This will continuously discharge. When this voltage is equal to 0.5 voltage, that means the difference VSG is equal to 0.5 voltage. Okay. So after that, this transistor will be off because VSG less than VTP. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Because
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
clear, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So VSG less than VTP. That means after that this will be off. There is no current flow. That means no charge. So it will stay at that 0.5 voltage. Okay. So now you think about your V in is equal to 0, but V out is equal to 0.5 voltage. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So is it a strong 0? That 0.5 voltage?
No,
So
sir.
No, sir.
we want 0 at the output, but we are getting 0.5. We cannot do after that value because everything will be off, transistor will be off, capacitor will not charge. So that's why when you are giving 0 at the input, we are getting 0.5 voltage at the output, and that's it. So will not change to below that value. Okay, so that's why for PMOS, when you are passing 0, for PMOS, when you are passing 0, so we will not get strong 0, we will get weak 0. So this is not strong 0, this is weak 0. Okay, so 0.5 is the weak 0. So this is the advantages, disadvantage of PMOS. Okay, when you will pass 0. And again you can see, this is your source. Okay, and this is your body. So body is equal to VDD. Now source, initially source was VDD. Initially, difference was 0. VSB was 0. No body effect. But now this voltage is VDD, then less. Finally, it's 0.5. Now VSB is equal to, okay, VSB is equal to, you can say VSB is equal to, so 5 minus 0.5, that is 4.5, the huge voltage. That means threshold VTP, huge change. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so two disadvantages in this case. The condition when V in is equal to 0 and it is in PMOS, so two problems will come. So body impact will come, body effect will come. Second, so it will not pass strong 0. Okay, clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so this is the condition. So VTH increases with increase in source to body voltage VSB. So PMOS stops conducting when V out less than VTP. Okay, so less than 0.5 will happen. Hence, the low V out is greater than 0. Means we actually want 0, but we are getting greater than 0. It's 0.5. So that is the disadvantage. Okay. So now come to this thing. So if you will give VDD, V in is equal to VDD. Okay, this is closed switch, that means 0. And this is VDD means this will be source. So this will be source. So this will be source, this will be drain. Okay, so now we can say this is V in initially VDD, that's always VDD, and this is initially V out is equal to 0. So you want to pass VDD to here. Okay, you want to pass VDD to here. So you can similarly for NMOS, when 0 case, we analyzed, you can same case you analyze, it's I left for you. So finally, what you will get, what you will get, so VST means it's always, there is no cutoff condition. Just I'm giving the hints why it is not no cutoff, sorry, no cutoff, because this is your source, this is your source, this is your gate. So always you can say source to VSD is always VDD. Yes or no? This is 0 voltage, this is VDD, this is source, this is gate. So VSG, sorry, VSG is equal to always VDD. So that means it will never off. Okay, never off means always current will flow. So first initially it is saturation, then it will come to linear. Okay, once linear will come, it will charge. This capacitor will charge. So it will charge up to what value? Again I am saying, this is your VDD. So this capacitor will charge up to what value? Quick.
VDD, sir.
Okay, so clear, no guessing, no means less confident. So clearly it is charged to VDD because means always current flowing, so it is charged to VDD. So VDD means you are giving VDD, you are getting VDD. So that means a strong VDD or not?
Sir.
Yes. So remember for PMOS, if you are giving VDD at the input, you are getting VDD at the output. That means strong. Okay. So PMOS passes strong 1 or strong VDD. Okay. And passes weak 0. So this is the conclusion up by using this single MOSFET, NMOS, PMOS. Okay. And here also no body effect because this source, where is this? Yes, this is source always constant. Get source VDD and body VDD. So there is no VSB, so no body effect also. Okay. So clearly you understood this 4 configuration. So we have
Yes,
10
sir.
minutes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, if you understood, then directly I can go to this. Now come to the, so that's why for single MOSFETs, we are getting this type of disadvantages. Sometimes we are getting good zero, sometimes we are getting bad zero, sometimes we are getting good VDD, bad VDD, body effect, all these business are there. But here, that's why for getting advantages of both, we are connecting in parallel. Okay, sometimes we will get the advantages of this, sometimes we will get the advantages of this. So by combining these two, we can get almost all advantages. Okay, so here you can analyze same thing. So directly I can retain and the region of operation. You can see, you can do also in V in, when V in is equal to VDD, and we want to pass high to the output side. So this will be the condition. So there will be three regions of operation. In region 1, both will be saturation. Okay. In region 1 means this is 0 to VTP up to this voltage. Suppose 0 to 0.5. You can see. So NMOS will be saturation, PMOS will be saturation. So you can do. You can take some example numerical value I am giving here. So in your home, so you can work on this. Suppose I am giving this VDD is equal to 5 voltage. So VTP, take VTP is equal to also 0.5, VTN also 0.5. Okay, take this value for calculation. Okay, and these three things. Okay, so take these values and calculate, and this is the equations. So if NMOS will be saturation, what will be the condition? PMOS saturation, what will be the condition? Region 2, NMOS will be saturation, PMOS will be linear. Region 3, NMOS will be off, PMOS will be linear. Okay, so these three regions, you will definitely you will get these things. Okay, so you can, so if you want to pass 0, Vn is equal to 0, again you will get these things. NMOS will be linear, PMOS will be off during this voltage, output voltage. This is the output voltage. It will change output voltage. This is, see, output voltage change means either capacitor will charge or capacitor will discharge. So that output voltage will change. So it will charge from 0 to VDD or discharge from VDD to 0. So in this fashion you can analyze. So this is the region 2, this is the region 3. So okay, these are the conditions, these are the region and operation modes. So finally, here I have seen. So if the transistor will be in this region, then some resistance will come. Okay, so every transistor we are using as a switch means okay, so for this case, any NMOS or PMOS, whatever. So we are passing one thing to here. That means if you can model it as a resistor. Okay, so this transistor will model as a resistor, and this resistor changes. So this R on, so it will changes in saturation and linear and cutoff. Okay, so this is not constant in these modes. Okay, so in cutoff case, this is infinity because there is no this resistance, there is no current flow. That means it's infinity resistance at cutoff. But saturation, it depends upon that value equation. Linear also depends upon that value. So that thing I have mentioned here. Okay, so if okay, so here you can calculate region 1. At region 1, NMOS in saturation, but is the resistance. You can calculate the resistance from that equation. Okay, so this is the resistance equation. Okay, so how will calculate the resistance? Are you know? Have you? That I know. Just I'll say one line. You need to work on this. Oh. Okay, you know that ID equation. So mu n C of W by L VGS minus VT whole square. Okay, so this is some 1 plus lambda VDS square. Okay, so here if you differentiate that dou ID by dou VDS, okay, you get the conductance. Okay, so from that 1 by conductance you can calculate the resistance also. Okay, so finally that is up to you, how you will calculate, or you go through that book. Okay, so this is the saturation condition resistance. This is also saturation condition resistance of PMOS. And linear, again for linear you can get this type of equation. So you'll definitely find some resistance value, and cutoff, this is infinite resistance, and this is linear, means same value you'll get it. These are the resistances. Okay, and now so you can see, so now if this is the final thing, so if two resistors are parallel, so this is your input, this is your output. So suppose this is RONP, RONN. So then what is the equivalent resistance? Come on.
So R1 into R by R1 plus RON.
So this is parallel or not?
Yes, sir.
So parallel means it decreases resistance or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now come to that plot. Yes. Hello? Anyone? Prachita, you are saying something?
Sir, I said understood.
Okay. Okay. So now you can see when you will follow that equation's value. Okay. So the R, you can see for NMOS. So one time it will come that when it will be off, then you will get infinite value. So in this way, the NMOS resistance will get. Okay. In all three regions, this is one region. So this is another region. So this is the final region. So this is not appropriate plot, but you can see in this way. So resistance will increase in this way. Finally, it will be infinite. Okay, and here I'll go. So it will plot this. So this is your NMOS resistance will increase. Okay, if V out will be changed. Similarly, PMOS will decrease. Okay, so in this will be. So finally, the parallel combination of this and this. So you know, so if you do the parallel, always the resistance value will be less than the small value. Okay, so it will follow in this way. Okay, so now you can see if you use a single MOSFET. So for some time it will better, for some time it will worse in both single transistor. But if you will use transmission gate, always it is better, means resistance is always less. Okay, that means drop will be less. It will work as a better switch. Okay, so this condition is Vin is equal to VDD when VDD will pass. Okay, so similarly when Vin is equal to 0, that will also exactly same type of curve we will get. Okay, but here PMOS will be infinity initial. Okay, so again the same type of, this is the final R total. Okay, so these two things I will get.